They train at least twice a week. How to shoot, how to work in a team. These American contractors are preparing to take up arms in a distant land against Islamic State.
They're hurting kids, they're hurting innocent people, and they're saying it's in the name of Islam. It doesn't work that way. There's always a bigger and badder person. And right now we're going to be that bigger and badder person to make sure that they don't come in.
Sleiman, a martial arts pro and firearms instructor, will go with his men to the Philippines, a country that you might not immediately associate with the world's fastest-growing terrorist group. But local extremists recently pledged allegiance to ISIS, among many in South Asia.
If the U.S. doesn't have interest in a certain country, we're not going to hear it on the news. And just because we don't have interest in that country doesn't mean that they shouldn't be helped.
These men are not from the military. It's a private security mission with purely defensive goals, taking on a duty where they say their government has fallen short.
The United States just killed the head ISIS member who was in charge of all the oil. So if you look down, they work their way to the money. They're after the big people.
Does anyone care at all about civilians? Like ordinary people? Kids?
Not as you would in the States.
When we ask them who sponsors their mission, they only say they are paid overhead.
We all have full-time jobs. This is just something that we decided to get together and say, you know what, we need to do what we can with what we know and do it for the greater good.
Under the terms of their contract, they can bring a limited supply of weapons and will pick up the rest on arrival. But the weapons they do bring are not just any weapons.
This is a standard rifle, empty, standard length. We're all in a vehicle. There's 4 guys, same rifles. There's no room. So what's going to happen is that I come to George and I say, hey, look, we need shorter rifles.
They will tell me, does it need to be suppressed? Does it need to be quiet? Does it need to be a long-distance shot? Does it need to be something, again, for close quarter?
This would be the end result. So now we're in a vehicle. I can have this under a jacket, so I'm sitting here. Anybody in traffic can walk by, can't see a rifle. Something were to happen, we just come straight up and we'd be able to engage our targets.
Marie van Osnaar, RT, South Florida, USA.